How do you make your roses bloom more than 5 times in your garden? Welcome back. You're back in my studio. Yeah, as I promised you, I'm taking you behind the scenes of what I do in my daily life. It's not like a vlog, but in a busy life of an entrepreneur like me, teaching you about business, teaching you about everything, teaching you about how to live your nice life. I want to let you know into the secrets of my design studio. So, for most of you who know me, you know I love roses and I love growing them myself. I have a garden, not like a garden, like a small thing. Most of you have big gardens, so I wouldn't call mine a garden. I'll call it like a small place where I can grow my things. But I love roses. I grow roses throughout the year and they keep on blooming, and people ask me why. People who pass by my studio keep on smelling my roses and they love it. I have them in peach, I have them in yellow, you see the ones in peach color. I have them in purple, and I have them in lots and lots of colors, and they keep blooming. And most of the questions I've got from my neighbors and people who walk by keep on asking me, your roses are so beautiful, what do you do, and why do they keep blooming the whole year? Because most people say that their roses only bloom once a year. I'm here to let you into a few secrets why my roses bloom more than 5 times a year and what I do to make that happen. Most of you, I think you have clippers already, so you know how to cut your roses when they have bloomed, and you know what to do with them. So today I've been busy watering my plants and watering my roses, and and trying to see those ones that have weathered, because it's so hot. So you also need to make sure that they don't dry out. You also have to make sure that you can prune them, so you need a good cutter. So I'm trying to use mine here. And when I cut my roses, what do I do with them? Because it's a pity to just throw them away, and because they're so lovely. So what I do is, when I cut them, I bring a vase in my studio and then I enjoy them, bring them in. Not all of them, I don't bring all my roses in. Some of them, the nice ones, like these ones, are really nice. The flowers are still good, so I can keep these ones at least for 5 days in my studio and they'll really look amazing. And if you're a customer and you're coming by to visit me, I think you will enjoy them too. It's amazing. So this color is the orange color, and this one is blooming so well, and people are every day at my studio and they're just smelling this rose. I don't know what to say, and I don't know. It has like a ladybird still on them, which is nice. I'm going to just put it in here so that it's away all the lice. So voila, you have a bouquet from your garden. This is how you save money as an entrepreneur, by growing your own plants. So you save money. You don't have to buy like roses again to put in your living space for decoration and then write them off, with taxes and blah blah. So you can grow them yourself. So I grow my own roses, and now these ones are so nice, and the rest I'm going to throw away or I'll put in other rooms, because I've collected like a huge basket. These are all roses, and yeah, some of them are not really good, so these ones I cannot use them. I can use the petals if I want. I can get all the leaves off and dry the petals and make sure that I get like a petal scent. Like this one is so lovely. Yeah, this one is long and it's still good, so I can still use this one. I don't wish to use it, so I won't use it because it's not in the color scheme I'm using in this room. So I will just put this here. So let's continue. So what do you need to grow beautiful flowers or beautiful roses that bloom lots and lots of times during the months? So what you need is, you need some TLC. These plants know if you care about them or not. So they only bloom when you also paying, putting a lot of effort in them, because my plants, I really put a lot of effort in them. I keep on watering them. The most important thing is they have to stay moist. They have to keep on getting enough water. They have to be getting enough feeding. So I also feed them. I feed them manure, or I get some of the blooming fertilizer, which you can get from the Garden City. Most of the time, I don't advise people to use these chemicals because, you know, they quickly bloom and then they stop. So you don't want that. So what you need is a fertilizer, a natural fertilizer. You put it in, and then when you put in that natural fertilizer, then they'll keep on, you know, going, blooming, and keep on going. And, you know, with that manure, so it'll keep them going fertilized. So you don't need like extra things to, you know, to go in there. The other thing I do with my roses, which I think helps them bloom more frequently, is I keep cutting them. You have to keep pruning them. Most of you think you only prune at the end of the summer and the beginning of the spring. No, I always prune my roses in the middle of the summer. When they're blooming, I keep on cutting them. The more you keep on cutting them, the more they will bring out new plants. So that's the secret to them blooming more. So keep on cutting. If you see when your roses are kind of dying, don't wait for them to die and dry, you know. Just cut them off and maybe take the rose petals, dry them up, you know, use them for something else. Or what you need to do, and when you cut, don't just, you know, cut this, really cut a little bit stem, and make sure that the next stem where you're stopping the cut, you know, passage, that's another stem is growing out, and it can also bring another bloom. So don't cut new blooms that are forming, just cut the old ones. And, you know, don't just cut a little bit, really cut, because the more you cut, the more it will stay in shape, the more it won't go all over the place. So this whole thing, I know it's maybe difficult for many of you to put your head around it, but because like, if I cut my roses, why will I cut them? If I cut them, I won't have them, they will go. No, when you cut them, they bloom more. The more you cut, the more they bloom. I don't know what, but that's how it works for me. And I think I chose maybe good roses. I don't know why, because I just see a color and I'm like, I want this color. Will it look good in my garden? Yes or no? And then I put that color in my garden, and then it blooms and it looks good. But do I enjoy gardening? Yes, I really enjoy gardening. And for most of you who don't know that I have some gardening videos on this channel, yes, I do. When I started this channel, I started practicing because I didn't know really how I would be on camera or articulate on camera, and I wasn't so confident. So the videos I started filming for me to practice were gardening videos, and those were like, if I could tell you about a plant comfortably, that meant I could tell you about other things. So I started practicing with filming. So I think I did gardening videos like for a whole year on my channel, and I still have those videos because they even perform well on my channel. But of course, I'm not a gardener, I'm not a specialist in gardening, but I just shared with you the things I was doing. By then I used to love plants a lot, and I had plants in my house all over, so I could get those plants and tell you how I grow them, how I love them, and everything I do, and what you can do if you got such a plant. So those videos actually also ranking on Google, page 1. When you Google some of the plants, my videos are on page 1, which is really amazing, because by then I didn't know what I was doing, but I figured it out thanks to gardening videos I started producing. Now I'm confident enough to show you and share with you my knowledge on other topics that I had, because yeah, I needed to practice somewhere, and I started with gardening. Gardening didn't feel threatening because it was just like, you know, you're out there, you're doing your own thing. It was summer. I was like, yeah, you know, and if it didn't go well, then someone else with another gardening video would, you know, show up, you know. So it wasn't like a sensitive topic that people would be like attacking me for giving wrong information about plants, which could be, yeah, sometimes. But I realized that I was good at talking about something, selling something, because yeah, I wasn't selling plants, I wasn't, but then while I was talking to them, my friends were like, oh, I'm interested in this plant, I would like to buy it, because the way you're talking about it, I'm like, you know, flabbergasted. And now I'm like, a professional talker. For most of you who are interested in gardening and want to know more on what kind of videos I did about gardening, I did gardening videos on bulbs, flowering bulbs. I have videos on tulip, roses. I have videos on indoor plants and that kind of thing. Go into my playlists, you'll find them, and I'll link them here below. And if you're new here on this channel, I'm grateful that you stopped by, and consider subscribing, like this video, comment. It helps me grow my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, I love you, and keep watching videos on this channel, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video and more videos on this channel in 1, 2, 3. Yeah!